Hello all, I'm Ryan Littleton, and I hope you're all as terrified, excited to be here as I am. I'd like to tell you all a story, and I hope you all get the value that I hoped you would. As I look back, I never thought I'd be a college cheerleader. In high school, I was perfectly happy being an average student, non-athlete. But then a cheerleader came and asked me if I would help her with a homecoming event. And I said yes, of course. Being a pretty unpopular high school senior, she could ask me anything short of giving her my kidney. And I said yes. I probably would have done that too, but you know. Then that, of course, led to me joining the team, and the coach convinced me to join the U of A cheer team. I made the cut, and I was hooked. Couldn't stop. You know, I followed the same kind of path going into accounting. I went to college, had no clue what I wanted to do. And then I hit my prerequisite business college accounting course and seemed to be succeeding as others were having a really hard time. Had a professor mention, hey, maybe you want to major in accounting. Then I went to the parents, and it passed the career test, and on I was. But it wasn't until I got to my first tax class that I thought, hey, this is something, and I knew that instinct. You know, these growth opportunities, along with many others, my first gut reaction was to say no. You know, just like everybody else, I love staying in my comfort zone. The only problem with that is you get stuck there. So after cheer, I realized that fear was a pretty good indicator that I was on the right track to growth and development. You know, I remember when I first got asked to do this talk, pretty much gut reaction, no. But, you know, I looked into it and they said most people are afraid of public speaking than death. And I figured, hey, this is definitely a growth opportunity. You know, and honestly, I believe that in professional life, we fear the possibility of failure so much more than the actual task. You know, and it really makes me look inside to think, why am I deciding to either not do this awesome new thing or quit something I love? It makes me think of back sophomore year in cheer. I was really thinking about quitting. I didn't like it anymore. The team was negative, yada, yada. And then I was complaining to my teammate, and he told me I was the problem. This shook me. Me, the problem? No. But I found out that I was afraid of letting the team down. There was a lot of pressure being put on me. They expected me to take on a leadership role. You know, I really thought about this, and I used that fear of failure to drive me to succeed. I ended up cheering through my senior year, became captain, and have memories I'll never forget. If I'd have quit, I'd have missed out on that. And then started my professional career. You know, I went into Deloitte, loved it, but then the same pressures and expectations came, that along with failing a few times as the CPA exam, and the fun factor drained out. This time, though, instead of, facing my fears, I ran. First to a private company, an area of accounting that I really didn't like, but it was out of that one, and then out of the industry entirely. You know, I was definitely lost. I stopped accepting the challenges that life had thrown my way. And I even went with my family into a business industry we had no idea about. Okay, and, I'll let you guess where that one ended up. Yeah, didn't do so well. And then the whole glamour of a new company kind of faded away, and I started the regret of quitting just ate at me. It just weighed me down. And I thought to myself, you know what? I got to get back to my passion. I got to get back. Get out of what I thought was easy sailing, back to the challenges that life, that made life worth living. And so I told my parents, I'm like, I got to get out of the business. I'm going back to my real passion. Okay? And basically, I went back to cheer. Not really, I'm just kidding. I picked up the CPA books and I got back in the game. Now, I'm not going to tell you how many times I took those tests. And I feel extremely fortunate that they don't put that number on my license. But at the end of the day, perseverance won, as a habit of doing, and I got back. But more importantly than my CPA is that I started accepting life's challenges again. Now, this path has led me to a CPA firm that I love. I get work that fulfills me and excites me every day. I know all of us here are in different places in our career, but we're all going to face challenges. And I hope that when we do, we're not letting that fear guide our decision. Okay? Listen to that inner cheerleader in you that says you can do it. Okay? No matter what we come up against. Okay? And even if it doesn't work out, you can look back and say you did everything you can, but I think you're going to look back and say, I did it. All right? Thank you all.